Oh man,
let's talk Bengals, baby. Let's talk Bengals.
Let's talk about some of the news that has broke.
How about the tiger stripes in the back, buddy? No compliment for the tiger stripes. I'm giving you everything I've got. What do you got for me? What's the breaking news?
All right, Mark Warburg. You're shouting out. You're shouting out the improv. You're giving me comedy. I'm trying to make some gold here. Well, we have restructured Zach Moss's contract. He is staying on the team, unfortunately. Zach Moss is a guy that had 242 yards on the ground, 187 yards pass catching. Wasn't great in the moments that he had, but he will be competing for that 2 spot against P-Ron. We'll see where it takes us. I wish we would have just drafted one, but that's life. Josh Newton has been announced, at least for the spring, will be moving to the slot and taking over Mike Hilton's position. Mike Hilton is currently unsigned in the NFL. We'll see. Maybe the Bengals lean on it if everybody has a bad camp and he's still available. A guy that we can call back. But
feels like a guy who would probably come back when you guys need him, right? I mean, that's how it feels with Mike Hilton. He feels like a guy who's a call away, right?
It does. It feels like goodness gracious. The safety, I loved him, and you used to make fun of me all the time.
Safety?
There's a safety that we used to bring back.
Nelson.
During the Marvin. No, it wasn't Nelson. Folks, I'm going to have to look this up because it's going to bother me. It was during the Marvin Lewis era.
It wasn't Reggie Nelson?
No, Reggie Nelson we kept on the team consistently.
Okay.
Safety. We'll come back to that. It'll come back to me. I'm gonna do some homework there. But
hey, Jordan, let me ask you this. Based on everything we've talked about here, what are your 3 biggest needs for the Bengals? I want 3 biggest needs right now.
Right now, the biggest needs for the Bengals: offensive guard, because we have 2 trash cans right now playing.
Yeah,
it is going to be. I think it's going to be, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me here. I think it's going to be wide receiver. We don't have a true number 3 wide receiver to carry that. If T. Higgins has been injury prone, he's missed 5 or more games in the last 2 seasons. That's something that
you
has
think
to
receivers
be
the bigger need than defensive line
and defensive line.
No. I see what you did there. Okay, let's mock it up then. Let's mock it up for the Bengals now. Let me get reset here. Restart. Give it a second to load. 3 rounds, Jordan. Here we go. Pick 17, Jordan. Not a bad spot to pick. This is a good defensive draft. Let's see what's available here at 17 for you guys. $17. Okay, we're not gonna trade our 17th pick for the 26th pick, I don't think. So let's stay there. Would you trade down to 31 to get a 2nd round pick from Kansas City?
No.
Okay.
No. F those bastards.
Would you trade to 30 for Buffalo to get a 2nd round pick also?
I would not, because the Bengals need day 1 talent right now.
Okay, right now on the board, you've got Jalen Walker, linebacker from Georgia. You've got Loveland, the tight end from Michigan, who's intriguing because of Joe Burrow. Derek Harmon, the D tackle from Oregon. You've got Malachi Starks, the safety. You've got Josh Simmons, the offensive lineman from Ohio State. Tyler Booker, the guard. Campbell, the linebacker, who a lot of people are high on. Walter Nolan is still available, the Ole Miss DT. Nick Skirton from Texas A&M. Where are you going here, Jordan? A lot of talent.
We got to go defensive tackle. B.J. Hill needs some help at age 31.
So is that Derek Harmon from Oregon?
That is Derek Harmon from Oregon. Lock it in.
Interesting. You want him over Walter Nolan?
I think
it's Walter Nolan.
You think Walter? See, I think Harmon plays more of a 3 tech, which we haven't had since.
But I think the more talented player. Do you take it? I think you almost take a more talented player here at 17. While Harmon might be the fit, you take a guy who could boom more and could be a very solid player. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's the Bengals. I'm just giving you the other side of the coin.
I'm locking in Harmon. I'm sticking to my
Ooh,
guns.
already a miss this early in the draft. Wow. Already a miss. That's tough. That's tough.
Hey, well, maybe we'll get them.
1,521 live viewers tonight. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Thank you for hanging out during the mock draft. We still got FC Cincy to talk about. We still got
Yes.
WrestleMania to break down. Still a lot to come in the show tonight. 36 minutes in. Thank you, guys. Bengals pick coming up here. 49, Jordan. What are you looking for next now that you've tried to help the O line a little bit? Are you going or the D line?
Yeah, I hope
Are
the
you
D-line.
going offensive line here?
No, I'm probably going back to edge rusher because Miles Murphy is still unproven, and Sam Hubbard has exited the building with retirement.
Okay, based on what we have available, Jordan,
And we don't know.
Walter Nolan is somehow still there. I know these mock drafts, they get a little wild with how these players work out. Xavier Watts is still available, safety from Notre Dame. That would be an interesting pick for you guys. TJ Sanders from South Carolina, JTT from Ohio State. I don't see how you're going to pass him up. Princely, I can't say his last name, the edge rusher from Ole Miss, who's very talented. Tate Rutledge, the guard from Georgia, is still there.
See, for me, it's down to Princely or JTT.
I gotta take Tate Rutledge, and your guard is you're such a big need. How do you not take Rutledge here?
Because having a 28th ranked defense still haunts me. Well,
okay,
we'll go with Tate. It is a need. We have almost 300.
Jordan, all you have to do is put a little pressure on Jordan. He will crumble from his beliefs. That's all you've got to do, is you just push back a little bit. Guys, that if Jordan ever gets a GM job and you want that pick that he's got, you just got to push a little bit harder than you think, and he will crumble. I think Rutledge is the right pick there, Jordan. It's such a massive need. He is a good football player. I feel like it's such a need.
I don't disagree with you. Like I said, we have 2 trash cans playing guards right now, so it's things
and now
are
you
not
only have
okay.
one based on what we've seen.
I know. Now
the Cavs are willing to trade, or the Browns are willing to trade up. You get pick 94 for pick 81. I don't know if you take that. Probably don't take that one, do you?
No, we're not helping. We're not helping the mistake by the lake.
All right, pick 81, Jordan. Still some needs here. I would say safety is still a need. You could probably use another corner. Still could probably use an edge rusher. What are you thinking here?
I got to go edge here. We don't know what Trey Hendrickson's going to do this year. Sam Hubbard's no longer with the team, and Miles Murphy's unproven.
So the best edge rushers right now are Ashton Gillette from Louisville. Kyle Kennard from South Carolina is still available. We've got, let's see, who else is here? We've got Deion Walker, the D tackle. We got David Walker from Central Arkansas. So to me, it comes down between Kyle Kennard and Ashton Gillette.
I got to go with South Carolina.
Okay. And that's going to round out your mock draft for the Bengals. Too many B's. Sorry about that, everybody. But an interesting draft from you, because I thought you were going to go one way, but you were leaning in a different direction, and you thought the defense was so bad that you were almost willing to overlook a good offensive guard.
I still feel like I personally feel like the Bengals will go defense in the first 2 rounds. If they don't make any.
Nope. To reiterate, Derek Harmon at 17, the D tackle from Oregon. Tate Ratledge, from Georgia at 49. Kyle Kennard at 81. A very interesting draft from you. I think it's a solid draft, Jordan. I think you've got good football players that can help you right away. And I think sometimes with a team like the Bengals, who are like Super Bowl or bust type teams, like you guys are that kind of team where you could be, a Super Bowl contender. I think that's the right way to go. So I think, you got 3 football players who could come in and help you right away.
I agree with that, but like I said, there's still, man, that defense still has me up at night. I mean, it's the difference between 2 to 3 games last year. Outside looking in at 8 and 9 for the second year in a row, with one of the hottest offenses in the league. I don't know. Historics. We had the Triple Crown at receiver. We had just Joe Burrow playing with his hair on fire, and it meant nothing at the end of the year.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I would just hate to see that talent go away again, especially with all 3 of those guys signed. because of a bad defense.